Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. Well, yesterday we dropped a bombshell on the channel. A Sony engineer spoke on the architecture that's inside the PlayStation 5. Now, for many months, a lot of gamers have been wondering what was the full architectural details of the PlayStation 5 because it was missing some features that were present in the Xbox Series X. Now, he went on to say in that post that it sits somewhere in between RDNA 1 and RDNA 2. Now, I told you guys in yesterday's video that I would keep you guys updated if any new information came about. Now today I do have some new information. Now I don't know the complete validity of this information because it is coming from some type of Italian site and I had to translate it, and apparently he said some more things and these were in the DMs and apparently it got leaked, but I don't know the validity of this, to be quite honest with you guys, for the simple fact that it's an Italian site, and I don't have anything against the Italian media. It's just that we don't have any hard proof that these tweets actually existed. So it could be a case where we have a fanboy saying something, and it could be a case that he did say this. I don't know that. I'm saying that I can't verify it. And the reason why I say that is because a user on Twitter asked him, is it true that you said these things? And he goes on to respond that I can say that I was playing till 5 a.m. in the morning, Ghost of Tsushima. That's all he said. So he didn't even deny it, and he actually confirmed that he was playing Ghost of Tsushima till 5 a.m. in the morning. And if you saw the original message, he says, hey, I've been playing till 5 a.m. in the morning. I know you're curious. You want some details on the PlayStation 5. And that's when he went on to say that it sits somewhere in between RDNA 1 and RDNA 2. But let's just take this at face value that it is the real tweet. Now, this is some super damage control in my opinion, but here we go. He goes on to say that RDNA 2 is a commercial theme to simplify the market. Otherwise, GPUs would be completely random with features that would come out and would be difficult for the average user to choose. For example, support for ray tracing is not present in any AMD GPU currently on the market. The PlayStation 5 GPU is unique. It cannot be classified as RDNA 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's based on RDNA 2, but it has more features and it seems to me one less. The message turned out badly. I was tired and I shouldn't have written this. Now, this is some super damage control because his original message in the DM was very clear that the PlayStation 5 sits somewhere in between RDNA 1 and RDNA 2. Now, I don't know how you can roll that back. I don't know. The damage control is a little much, if you ask my honest opinion. Now, when he's saying that it's a commercialized theme, like in a way, I understand what he's saying here is that the RDNA 2 GPU, it's customized from both of these consoles, right? The Xbox Series X appears to have the full feature set of RDNA 2. With the PlayStation 5, it doesn't seem to be that case, as they are missing variable rate shading, they're missing mesh shaders, they're missing machine learning. It hasn't been mentioned in any of their documents. We haven't heard any first-party devs talk about it. We haven't seen any evidence of this in games, as Digital Foundry's taken a look at some of the games that Sony had at their PlayStation 5 event, and there's no evidence that supports these techniques being used. So it kind of gives credence to what he said because he says it sits somewhere in between RDNA 1 and RDNA 2, basically meaning it doesn't have the full feature set of RDNA 2. He goes, for example, support for ray tracing is not present in any AMD GPU currently in the market. Now, yeah, of course it's not, because RDNA 2 GPUs are not out. They're coming out with the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation 5, as well on the PC. So they're all going to be coming out around the same time. There's features missing from this GPU that are absent. There is no reason for Sony not to use these features if it's on the silicon, right? Now, if we're taking this at face value, there's an important thing that he said at the end. He goes on to say it's based on RDNA 2, but it has more features and it seems to me one less. Now, more features could be that they're using Kraken, which compresses their data. It could be the scrubbers that they have inside there. These are features that are probably not present in RDNA 2. So that's where he could probably come up with this. Now, what is the one less feature? Now, to my knowledge, PlayStation 5 is missing mesh shaders, it's missing machine learning, as well as variable rate shading. Now, he goes on to say that it's one less feature. That also would confirm that it's not full RDNA 2 because it's missing a feature according to him. But like I've told you before, my thoughts are this is super damage control because it looks like it's missing a lot more than one feature. As I said before, variable rate shading is not mentioned, mesh shaders are not mentioned, as well as machine learning. Now, Sony very well could have this inside the PlayStation 5, and now would be the time for them to say something, but they've been quiet for months when they know that gamers have been asking these questions. I don't see any evidence that actually supports that Sony is using these features on their PlayStation 5. We had a developer on the RDX podcast a couple of months ago, and we discussed this with him, and he said he hasn't heard anything about these features on the PlayStation 5, and that he believes if Sony was to use these features, they would be speaking about it, and he's a former Sony developer. Now, this is just damage control to me. He said what he said, it already came out. Now, when a user asked him on Twitter if he could clarify this, he just said he was playing Ghost of Tsushima until 5 a.m. So he had every opportunity in the open public to say this is not true, and he didn't say that. In fact, he kind of confirmed he was playing Ghost of Tsushima till 5 a.m. in the morning, and that he actually did send that original DM. So you guys can make what you like. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like I said, this is just damage control at this point. You can't go back from saying that the PlayStation 5 sits somewhere in between RDNA 2 and RDNA 1, and in the same breath say that it's far beyond RDNA 3 and RDNA 4 and all this nonsense. It's just damage control. I don't blame him. You know, he has to keep his job, and he had loose lips. I believe he regrets having loose lips. I believe that it was 5 a.m. in the morning for him, and he was tired after playing Ghost of Tsushima, and he had loose lips, and he wasn't thinking, and he let the cat out the bag. And there's evidence to support that because the PlayStation 5 is missing some key RDNA 2 features. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And like I usually say, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.